The power and the effect that storytelling has, it's very special, I'll say. A few years back through the pandemic, I remember I was just walking on the street. I had my camera in my hands. I was just taking photos. This was in a really scenic part of a town in Massachusetts. I remember really well that there's this restaurant owner was outside the store. He was just smoking his cigarette. He saw that I was carrying the backpack and I had the camera, and then he just yelled at me, hey, you know how to make videos? And then I immediately said, yeah, I'm a filmmaker. And this was a rural town, so it was very hard to find anyone that was able to create content, and if they did, they were from either the Boston or the New York area, and it was usually so expensive, nothing close to like the budgets that these small towns had, at least the business owners. We ended up creating a short film of his restaurant and what he was going through around the pandemic times, and it was one of the easiest videos that I ever done because the story was there, the character was amazing. What he had gone through before establishing his restaurant in this town was just completely mind-blowing. He used to have a restaurant by the World Trade Center, and after 9/11 he ended up moving to rural Massachusetts and starting this small restaurant there. What happened after that is what blew my mind. After we posted this video, he didn't have personal social media, so I posted it myself. I was new to the area, like 2 months new, so I had no connections whatsoever. There was somebody that watched the video through Facebook and YouTube. They shared it in their page. Around 4 hours later, the video had 1,000 views. This is in a really small town, by the way. 1,000 views, so many comments coming in of people that had been to the restaurant in the past. They were commenting from Massachusetts, from New York, from Vermont, from California, and just reminiscent. I love Pleasant in Maine. It was the name of the restaurant, and people were just loving the video as well. And the reason why is because it's just storytelling at its pure best. It was one of the easiest videos I ever done because all I had to do is ask questions to the business owner. Hey, like, why are you doing what you're doing? What have been some of the obstacles? What's your story? And then he just started sharing beautifully, and people were relating to that. He started sharing his struggle of being a business owner because of the shutdowns and all the crazy stuff that was going on. It was a beautiful experience for me, and that's really the secret of standing out, especially these days that content is everywhere and it's easier than ever to create. The barrier of highly polished videos are gone, so you can just start creating as you please. I encourage you to utilize storytelling so that you can stand out in a very crowded and a very loud market. Not only to stand out for the sake of being seen, but you will also create a deeper connection with your audience because there is a human on the other side of the screen and that also has certain experiences, also have struggles, and that is something we can all relate to. I'm gonna share with you one of my favorite frameworks for storytelling. It's called the hero's journey. It's very simple. You'll master it so fast because you've seen it every time you go to the theaters. It's called the hero's journey. First, you have a hero. The hero has a problem, and then there comes a guide out of nowhere, right? And the guide gives the hero a plan. Then the guide calls the hero to action or challenge them to action. From there, you make it clear the failure that comes from not taking the action that you just challenge them to. Once that happen, show them, paint a picture of transformation. So how do you do this? You just straight out tell them you will go from 0 to 100. You will go from broke to having money. You'll go from 30 pounds overweight to losing 25 pounds in 3 weeks. These are just random examples to give you an idea of what I mean. And at the end, you can call them to action again, especially if it's for social media, and keep it simple. Stories are stories. You don't have to super elaborate them. It's what happened. It's the past. Nobody can argue a story because it's facts. It's how it happened. They either believe it or not. That's it for today. I hope you enjoy and got value out of this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.